Hi, I'm Heather from Heather Conley Photography. I'm an architectural photographer in Connecticut. I'm on the road today. Wanted to give you some advice that sprung up from running into a client last night at an industry event, talking about a shoot that we're waiting to reschedule with a client who, it's been a little bumpy. The clients voiced a couple concerns about previous photo shoots with other firms and photographers, and I think that they're interested in, I could sense they're interested in getting a set of the shots as well, but for free. So that was one element, but I think having, ninja project management skills and MacGyver problem-solving skills can help me to help a client that I can see is stressed out by this. So I offered up 3 ideas, and we'll see which one that they go with. But the ideas were this. If you know early on that getting into a property when it is time for photography will be particular, then I would say get a property release in front of that client early on. And then I have one that I offer my clients. It's a pretty standard boilerplate, but it does release me, it releases the client, and then we have permission to shoot. And then afterward, they can't come back and get kind of tangled up in what's completed. So that's the first solution. The second one is to, as the firm, as the vendor who's building there or designing there, you could gift the client a set of shots to say thank you. I mean, consider it's a multi-million-dollar project and you have a modest, small shoot, $3,000, $5,000 for around half that price. I mean, I'm sort of running from the way that I work with licenses, but for about half that price, you could gift the client their own set of images. And how great is that? I mean, who doesn't want to get that surprise gift? Also, when they may not understand that a license means that they do have to pay for their own set of shots. So you can kind of take all that off the table and buy them a set. And it feels good for them, it feels great for you. And then the third idea that I gave my client was, let's scrap that shoot. If it's gonna be too difficult, we may have a second reschedule. Let's move on to another project that we could easily swap out. And, if it's a similar project or we need to bump up, the shot list or do other things, we can always make adjustments to, the scope of work. But I think those are the 3 best solutions, and I could see that my client was immediately relieved. And, again, being flexible and not wanting to see my client stressed out, because that is no fun for anyone. So I'll leave you with that. And if you want to look back at some of my other videos, one of them talks about the importance of picking not only the right project, but the right client and the right project, because they need to want to have the shoot as much as you. They're really important in the whole recipe for a successful outcome. So I'll leave you with that. I'll talk to you again from the road. And if you're interested in working with an architectural photographer or downloading a couple of my free tip sheets online, visit my website at heatherconleyphotography.com.